In FreeCAD there is a tool called a compound filter. It's a powerful tool for handling operations that create multiple shapes inside a single object. Like FreeCAD Split Tool, multi-solid Booleans, cross-sections, and sketches with multiple profiles, and many others. It lets you isolate individual elements for reuse. For example, you can generate both cross-sections, separate them into individual filters with one tool, the explode operation, then extrude all the resulting compound filters to create formers. If you need just one section, you can skip the explode operation and apply individual compound filters, switch the type to a specific item, and set the index, which starts at 0. But this workflow can break. If the parent design changes, FreeCAD may throw an index out of range error. Let's explore this workflow further. So I have this boat here, which is just a basic part design model. I'm in the part workbench, and I'm going to create a compound by using the cross sections. Now, a compound can be anything: number of solids contained within one item, a number of profiles contained within a sketch, or as we're going to demonstrate here, and I'm going to first suppress the subtractive loft and refresh that, and this will make it easier to see. We take the body, then run the cross sections along the YZ, and we want on both sides, so we want sections on both sides, and let's add just 4 sections. This is just a demonstration of what a compound is. We're not worried about the shape. Let's hide the body. So we have our body cross section here. Let's get rid of this one. This was an old one. Let's delete that. But that one single item contains 4 separate items, as we can see. So this is a compound. If I take that cross sections, come out to part, we can explode the compound by coming down to compound and explode compound. This separates the compound out into separate sections. We can see within here we have something called a compound filter, and within the compound filter it swallowed the original cross section. Now, the key to understanding this is to understand how the compound filter works. If we click on the compound filter and look down, we have the base, which is based upon, we have the filter type, and if we look down, we have this item index. This is 0, so it's a 0 based index, meaning it starts from 0 and counts up 0, 1, 2, 3. And if we look down, we see the next one is 1, next one is 2, and the next one is 3. Now, sometimes when we get item index out of range, what it means is that the index is not available. So if I placed a 4 in here, you can change these items. We'll hit enter. You'll see the message because there is no 4th item in there. Well, 5th item because of the indexing. So we can change this to correct that error. Also, if I wanted to say, take one of these and change the item index, I can. So if I change this to 1, hit enter, I now have 2 1s. Let's hide these 2 and hide this one. So you can see this one is item 1 and it will be the same as this one. Why is this important? Let's start a new document over in the sketcher, and we'll create a sketch on the XY plane, and we'll create a number of profiles in here. Very simple demonstration. So we've got 3 shapes. That will mean if I take the sketch, which is a compound, has more than one item in there, more than one profile, come up to part and come down to compound and explode compound. Within we have the exploded sketch. In here we have items 0, items 1 and items 2. Now, what happens if I add to that sketch? So if I take the sketch and it's embedded in here, take sketch, we'll add a square. The explode hasn't updated, so you can see we haven't got anything to refresh. But we can fix this. If I take, say, the last one, edit, duplicate selection, and we use the original selection, we have this sketch 001 that I'm just going to place back into the group, and that's collapse that to make it easier to understand. So we have 0, 1, 2, and if we change this, the one we duplicated, to 3 and hit enter, we've now got our fourth item. So when we have a compound that can be changed, and when we want that to now explode, we can actually add it in by using the compound filter. At this point, if one of these sketches changed, let's say we removed this one and hit close, now we get the error message. It's going to be the last item because our index starts from 0, so it's going to go 0, 1, 2. Perhaps not in that order, but as you can see, it actually is. So this one doesn't exist anymore. So we can just click on it and hit delete on the keyboard. We can create compound filters without using the explode. So if you know your object's a compound, and we'll create one by clicking on the body, and in the part workbench, we'll use the cross sections. Let's just have on both sides around about 3 on the YZ, and hide the body. So we know this is a compound. We can see it has individual shapes. And instead of exploding the body, we'll come up to part, compound, and create a compound filter. When the filter is created, we get the options. So we have a filter type, which will change to specific items. We get an error because we haven't added an items yet, an items index. So in here, we can place 0, and that will pull out the first one in the array, or the first one in the compound, 1 and 2. And also, if I wanted to create a separate compound, I can use semicolon and 2 to pull out both these. But this now is a compound as well. I can't take this and add an extrude along 10mm. If I hit OK, it's going to ask me for the normal because it can't determine which way the normal is. With a sketch, the normal will be this way. With 2D objects, the same. This is a compound. So if I placed upon the X and hit OK, it's going to go into error saying that wires are not coplanar. So I would need to take that compound filter and then create another compound filter upon that, or even explode the compound. And we see we have 2 in there from that exploded compound, which I can select the top one, shift select or control select one underneath, and then use the extrude, say about 2mm. When we hit OK, the extrude will be in the direction of the normal, as we can see with both of these, because they're just 2D objects. So that's it. That's how to use compound filters, exploding compounds, what a compound is, and how to fix that index out of range error. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you like what you see and you want to donate to the channel, then you can do so via Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/MANG0, or via PayPal at paypal.com/PayPalMe/DarrenBEstone. I also run a Patreon where you can get early access and additional content, and that's at patreon.com/Mango Jelly Solutions. Links can be found in the channel header, on the About page, or in the descriptions of these videos. I thank everybody that's donated so far. It really helps to keep the lights on so I can produce more content and also expand the channel. Thank you for liking, commenting and subscribing to these videos, and I hope to see you again in the next one.